So get that nice reach and open. Hopefully you guys can see and hear fine, right? And just inhale, exhale, get that nice lift through your spine. Everybody's lifting nice and tall and breathing. So you guys are inhaling and exhaling. Every time you exhale, really feel that breath leaving the body and make that exhale a little bit deeper every single time. And just try 2 more. And 1 more time. Beautiful. Let's reach up with both arms, let your thumbs touch, and then we'll exhale and let the pinkies come down and lift through the thoracic part of the spine. Try that again. Inhale and exhale. Pinkies touch the ground, okay? Try that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Empty your lungs. And 1 more time. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. Pinkies touch. Good. So you're going to go ahead and lace the fingers right behind your head. Good. Just like that. Pull your elbows back, and you want to lift through the crown of the head. So just kind of feel like your chin is being pushed backwards a little bit, and you're lifting through the crown of the head, so you're not sticking your chin out and up and creating that weakness in the neck. So push the chin in, push the elbows back, and squeeze the shoulders down the back as you twist right and left. And really start to, some of you guys like to go slow and some of you guys like to go faster. Just go at your own speed. And if you're feeling kind of sluggish in this mid part of the day, you feel like a little tired, I want you to try to think about picking up your energy. You might feel like going like slower and lower because you're feeling sluggish, but to bring balance into your body and your mind and your life, you want to do the opposite, right? So you start to go a little faster, a little more energetic, and now if you're feeling a little scattered and you're kind of all over the place, then that's when you would slow things down and try to ground yourself, okay? So you go at your pace, which you feel like you need, and you're breathing deeply. Inhale and exhale. And then you're gonna hold it to the right and bring that right hand back and that left hand to the knee and lift up super tall through the crown of the head and ground through the sit bones. Root is nice and strong, beautiful. Take that back arm up and over. Just again, warming up here. Stretch through that side body and then release, and we'll go the other way. So you bring your right hand to left knee, left hand right back, and then lift through the thoracic part of your spine. So you're twisting back. So you're looking away from the computer screen. You're twisting all the way back. And then you'll reach that back arm over your head and forward. And you're breathing in and breathing out, yeah? 2 and 1. Release it down to the center and we'll come up onto all fours. So you guys have your straps. If you guys are just coming in, make sure you have a towel or a strap for when we get to the exercises for the shoulders. And we're gonna work into cat and cow. So you guys are on hands and knees here, and you wanna really work through the sacrum so that that lower belly stretches. And then when you exhale, you squeeze the lower belly and open up through the sacrum and the upper back. So try that a few times. Extend through the spine and press through the sacrum and exhale. Reach it back, let that head come down. So good. Try that 2 more times, you guys. Inhaling into that cow pose, exhaling into cat. Try it 1 more time, right? So reaching and then releasing it into the center in this neutral position, and move your hips to the right, ears to the right, and hips left, ears left, and try that again. Everything goes to one side, head and ears and hips, and everything goes to the other side. Maybe 1 more time, just go a little bit deeper, a little bit more open, and the other way. Coming nice and open. Beautiful. Come right into the center and reach it into downward facing dog, and go ahead and open up your shoulders. And start to lift your heels energetically up and down. So get your calves to move up and down, move up and down, move up and down, right? So wake up those ankles, really get that blood flow going from the ankles on up. You're pumping those heels up and down and up and down, and the legs are nice and straight, and you're breathing as you do this, you guys. You're getting nice, good breath, hollow out through the belly. Now bring your heels all the way up in the air and twist them to the right and drop your heels to the right. And swing your hips as far to the right as you can, stretching the left side of the waist. And then come back up on the toes and bring the heels to the left and dropping the heels down to the left, letting your hips go left. Come back into the center, right into the center, and come forward into plank position. You can do this on your knees. Remember that, you guys. Come down to the ground, and we're going to do 3 cobras. We're going to do it energetically, so it's just the chest. We come up 1, and exhale, the belly comes in, and 2, and exhale, the belly comes in, and 3. Good, release it down, hands come in, and then we'll press into upward facing dog, so up through cobra, and open the hips. Reach it all the way back down to plank, and press yourself up, and into downward facing dog. And we'll take that right leg up in the air and get a good opening here. And you guys are gonna bend your knee and circle your hip open. So feel the stretch coming from the inside of the hip joint in the groin. Big, big circles, you guys. Go ahead and get nice and open for 3. Awesome, 2. And then reverse the direction of your hip circle. Looks so good. Bring it around the other way. Big circling. Let the neck and shoulders relax as you do this for 3, 2, and 1. You guys are gonna take that knee into your chest and bring it across under your left arm. So the leg can be bent or straight, but you're gonna come down on the side of your hip like that and just stretch out. And that right leg is to the left. So your left arm goes underneath the right arm, and you're gonna try to come down into this twist of the upper body. So again, this is so good to come into the twist. It's so good for your spine. Just do your best. Breathe in, breathe out. Settle into it. And then release. And bring the hands right underneath and lift through the chest and lift through the hips, and take that leg back up in the air again and step that leg all the way through and forward. You're gonna open that hip out to the side. So that right knee opens out to the side, so you push it open. And that left leg comes down all the way to the ground. That back leg comes down. So you're gonna really open up that knee. So I'm using my elbow. You can use your hand. Get it to super open. You can come all the way down to the floor. If you wanna get that nice reach. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. And then go ahead and rise up and lift up through the chest and bend that back knee in. And if you wanna grab it with your foot, you grab your foot with your hand. You go for it. You just grab that foot and pull it in. Get that nice stretch to the front of the thigh and the hip. Do what you need to do, right? Just feel that good opening, feel the breath. All right, let's let that all go and come back in a plank position. And this is up to you. You can take a child's pose here, or you can do some push-ups, little pulses for 1, 2, 3, depending on how you're feeling, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come all the way down to the ground and lift into that upward facing dog and open up the top of the spine. Lift. Exhale into downward dog, so reach it back. So you're gonna spread open your shoulders and the hips and reach back into your legs. Hollow out the belly, lift your left leg up and bend the knee in the air. And really open your hip, you guys, and start making those circles. Doesn't matter which direction. You're gonna go one direction first and then the other way. So circle that hip around. Beautiful, awesome. Do 4, keep breathing. 3, just get good flow in the hip joint. 2, and then work the other way. Get that nice opening. Just feel the movement. Breathing in, breathing out. Big joint rotation. Keep pressing back into your legs a little bit more for 4. Beautiful. 3, 2. Nice job. All right, let's take that leg in, and it's going to go across underneath the right arm. Okay, so it can be straight or bent, but you're going to come down to the side of your hip. Okay, so you're going to lay on your side here, and you'll come down and stretch and take your right arm underneath the left arm and squeeze the belly as you come into this twist. So this is deep twist, a little more challenging than we've done in the past. That's so good for us. So don't worry about if your head doesn't come down, or you just want to keep feeling the squishiness in the belly. Right, keep feeling the twist. Couple more breaths. Beautiful. Unwind. Go ahead and press your hands down. Push yourself back up and get that left leg all the way up, right up in the air. Stretch it up there, and then we'll step it forward. So we're going to kick right up into that lunge, and then just open that knee out to the side, and your back leg comes down. Okay, so back leg comes down. So you can open that hip up and that knee up with your elbow. You can use your hand. Press it open, and you're just inhaling, exhaling, and again, starting to come down. If you want, stay up. You don't have to go any further than you're ready. And then if you want to, you're picking up that back leg. So you bend your back knee and grab your foot, or again, you don't have to do that. Okay, so we're just finding that nice stretch for the hips and breathing deeply. Beautiful. All right, let's release that back again and come into plank. And from plank, turn to the left. And now you can put your right knee down if you want to do side plank like that, or you can stay on 2 feet. But we're going to try to extend through the chest, okay? So open up through crown of head. Right knee is down, or you can have your feet stacked. But get that nice stretch. Everybody's open. Pull the navel in and take the top arm way over the top. Go ahead and get that super stretch to your side body. Everybody's getting nice and open. Now take that top leg up. So I'm doing it on my knee, but you can still do it on your toes. And then walk that top foot behind you and open up into your back bend. So feel that good stretch from the hips. And feel your lower back open. Beautiful. Let's come right back to plank, and we'll try it on the side too. So you're going to come right down here and turn to the left side. So as you go into side plank on the left, your left knee can come down. So some of you guys are on your feet. Some of you guys are right on the knee. Yeah, there you go. Get that awesome stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift through the spine. And again, you're going to lift that top leg and bring it back. And you're going to go into your wild thing. So again, I'm showing it on my knees. Knee and foot, or you can be on 2 feet. Just reach open those hips. Stretch open through the belly. 2, and unwind. Beautiful. Let's come back into plank. Feel free to go through your vinyasa flow, which is up dog into down dog, or meet me in down dog, or if you're feeling like you want to be in child's pose, go ahead and reach into child's pose, okay? So you're breathing in, breathing out, and when you come into downward dog, you're gonna hang out there and lift your right leg up to the sky and get that nice opening, okay? So you're gonna bend that knee, open the hip out, a little more stretch, and then step your right foot forward, you guys, and come into warrior one. So back foot is grounded and bringing the hands right to the heart. Yes. So you guys wanna try to squeeze your upper inner thighs together. You don't wanna like loosen them up and go into this kind of like fall. You wanna hug the upper inner groins together as you work into your strength, okay? So back leg stay straight, hands to the heart. Let's lift up nice and tall and lift through crown of head. Back bend if you want to. That's up to you, but back leg is as straight as you can make it. Breathe in, breathe out. So we open up to the arms and push the shoulders open as you bring the hands back, extend through the chest and squeeze into your belly. So do like an abdominal crunch as you come down with your head and arms overhead. So your weight is in your back foot. Everyone's got that strength in your back foot. And you're squeezing in the belly, let the head drop, let the arms reach over, and you're breathing in and breathing out. So good. Breathing in and breathing out. As we rise up, we'll come into warrior two. So let's open into our warrior two and sink into that warrior two. So again, upper inner groin, that's right up here. Those are hugged in strong. So if you let them go, you end up sagging, and we don't want to sag. We want to be strong and then open from there. Stretch through the shoulders as much as you can. Turn your chin and then pull that torso all the way to your left leg, all the way to the back, and lift. So the rim of this hip is lifting up. This is like rising, rising, rising. And your right thigh is going down. And the chest is extending. So you want to get that nice reach. 2 and 1. Open up into triangle pose, so leg is straight. And you can turn your back foot in or walk it in and come forward into this triangle pose. So again, upper inner groin strong. Yeah, stack the wrists. Tuck your chin in and push your head back, and then turn your chin up to that top arm. Draw the rib cage and the hips nice and strong, and extend a little bit more, right? Extend your legs, extend the hips, extend through the heart. Inhale and exhale. And so we'll come down and we'll lay over that front leg. So if you need to, use your hands or hop your back foot in. But you're going to turn and square your hips. Nod your chin and your head down. So squeeze your tummy. So when you come into this position, contract your belly muscle, shoulders come down your back, and breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll bend that front knee and lift up your right arm for a twist. So again, you guys, you're twisting from the root chakra, from the base, right? Not from just the navel. And the heart is extending. 2, belly strong. And 1, come into plank position. Hands come down, step into plank. You can have your legs in the air. You can do your vinyasa flow or just meet me in downward dog. However you feel like you want to do it this afternoon. But when you're ready, you come into downward dog. When you get there, you can be in child's pose and then meet us in downward dog. However you're feeling. Okay, so head is down, shoulders wide, hips back. Let's go ahead and take that left leg up, up, up. And open that hip up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And we'll step that knee in and step it forward for warrior one. So ground your back foot, round and lift. So again, as you come into this, right hands to heart, inner groins are strong, right? So you're really strong right there. Belly is in, hips are squared, and then we lift from there. So you're finding your grounded root, lifted thoracic spine. Take a back bend if it works for you. Breathe deeply. Feet and legs are strong. So open up your arms, stretch them out to the side, and then bring them back and squeeze your tummy. Do an abdominal crunch as you fold down, 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 keeping the weight in the back leg. So crunch those abs. Keep feeling the squish in the belly, right? Contraction in the belly, no tension in the neck. Head comes down. 2. And then we'll release and rise up into warrior 2. So we open up, you guys, and open up the shoulders. Yep. This left knee bends. And once again, upper groins are strong as you stretch open a little bit more. Breathing deeply, extend through the top of the spine, lean back to that right leg, reach back through the spine, and keep the rim of this hip up as this thigh goes down. See if we can find a little more openness, a little more breath, a little more here. And then rise up for triangle pose. So we're gonna open up with straight leg and come down on the inside. So again, inner thighs strong. Get that really nice stretch through the spine. Now tuck your chin in, like pull it back, and then turn your chin up. So you always want to try to tuck that chin in. Shoulders strong. Breathe in, breathe out. A little more stretch through the spine. And as you exhale, use your tummy here to rotate down and squeeze in the belly. As you bring your hands to the block of the floor, make any adjustments that you need to turn your pelvis, square your hips. Chin and nose tucks into the knee. Squeeze the belly. So this is your abdominal crunch here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. No hunching of the shoulders, right? No tension at the neck. Just work into the belly. And we bend the front knee. Back heel can stay down or up. And that right hand comes down. And that left arm comes up into your twist. Twist again from the base of your spine. Keep your hips nice and long and squared. So do your best as you breathe in and breathe out. All right, hands down and step your back leg forward. So back foot comes in, come into your forward bend, and bend your knees here, you guys, and feel your sacrum come down and forward. Go ahead and grab hold of the elbows and just kind of fold forward at that lower back, okay? So like keep the belly nice and firm, keep relaxation at your neck, at your shoulders. Good. And allow the sacrum, that lower back, to come toward the lower belly and come toward the lap. So you keep the lower belly involved, like pulling it in, and you let that lower back come forward. And you can kind of move right to left if you want to. And then hands go to the ground or the blocks or your legs. And then start to straighten out your legs as the lower back still comes down. Shake out through the head and breathe. All right, we come into halfway lift. And in this halfway lift, I'm just going to explain a quick thing here that sometimes we maybe lose sight of. You want this part of your back, lumbar part of your back, to be strong. Don't sag it and don't round it. Keep it as strong as possible and shooting toward the crown of the head. So on the right side and on the left side. And you want to keep that strength as you move into chair pose. So keep the strength of that back as you move into chair pose. So think of your back like the chair back of a chair, and you want to keep it nice and strong. Don't let it go loose. You breathe in, breathe out, and you keep that back nice and strong as we rise up and we move into back bend. So keep the back strong here and let the sacrum go backwards in your back bend. So try to avoid pushing the sacrum forward into the belly. Belly goes in, sacrum goes back, head goes back, if it's okay, and you breathe. All right, come all the way up and come over to the right side and get that nice stretch to the outside of your hip. And then we're gonna come all the way down to the floor on that right side. Come all the way down to the floor. So your hands are pointing down to the floor on that right side. Squeeze through the belly. And then we come back up the way we came in. Up, up, up. Keep that body nice and strong. Back strong. Come over to the left, you guys. Go ahead and stretch. Go for it. Pull that hip and spine nice and open and shoulder. And then come down. So however you can get down there, but just keep trying to come down on that left side. Just breathe as you do it. Just keep trying to stretch on that left side or toward that left side. The right side of your body gets that stretch. You contract in that right side, and then we come up the way. Whew. We came out of it. Okay, one more vinyasa flow. Come into your forward fold. Squeeze your hips in your belly. Rock the hands around. Get your head to come down. Halfway lift. Back is strong. Step back in a plank, you guys. Take it to downward dog, however you want to get there. If you want to get that up dog and into the down dog, you go for it. And you reach back that energy. Whew. You breathe in, breathe out. So we're going to do a quick little exercise here for the hips. I'm going to turn, hopefully the best you can see. You're going to bend your knees and cross your right thigh over your left thigh, just like eagle pose. Both your feet can be on the ground if you want. But squat back, like you're going to sit back behind your heel. And just push back into your hips. And then release. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bend your knees and cross your left thigh in front of the right. And squeeze your hips, squeeze your belly, and squat back. Squish, squish, squish. Beautiful. Release it back into the center and come all the way down and flat on the belly. Woo. And you're gonna go ahead and grab your wrists or your elbows behind your back, okay? So just keep trying to grab hold of something toward the elbows, okay? So you're in this position like this, where you're holding the forearms, the wrists, or toward the elbows, okay? So you're gonna try to find that, and you're gonna lift your arms up, ooh, it might be tricky, and lift the legs, have the big toes touch. And you're breathing in, breathing out. 2, and 1. Releasing it down, let that go, reach the arms out to the sides. Yep, get that nice reach, and bend your knees. Bend your knees. And let your feet fall to the right while you look to the left. So feet and shins fall to the right, hips turn. And then you lift that top leg up and that top arm up, yeah? And you guys are opening up the chest, the hips. Get right inside those hips, you guys. 2, open a little more, and 1. And releasing it back down. Come back to the middle, bend your knees, and turn or move the legs to the left as you turn to the right. So your feet fall, shins fall, top leg opens, top arm opens, and you guys are just really going for it. So use the floor, use your feet, use your hip against the floor to help to open you up a little bit more. You've been using that head, right, with no tension. And 1. Beautiful. Let's release that back down, and we're going to press back into child's pose. And we are going to use a strap for some shoulder openers that we're going to add into a lot of our postures. But right now, just reach back into your hips and sink that forehead down, and try to stretch, you know, your hips right here, the lower part of your back, forward and downward. Don't let it round back like that. Try to move your sacrum and the lower belly to the floor, like right in between your thighs. And so you're trying to really open up that hip joint area. All right. And when you guys are ready, you're gonna come up and grab hold of your strap or your towel, okay? So I have a towel because I have all my straps in the car. And of course I don't wanna run out there and get it. So you're just gonna hold the strap and reach it up overhead and try to keep that part of your back strong so you're not sagging into your back here, okay? So the belly is in. And you're gonna pull like you're trying to rip the strap, you're trying to pull apart, right? So the arms are straight. So the pull without tension is a big part of the work here. So you keep pulling as you go backwards as far as you can with the strap. Keep pulling, and then we'll come up and keep pulling apart as you come over to the side. But you still feel like you're pulling your arms away from each other. You're stretching through the shoulders. And we go over to the other side. Yep, keep the pull. and you come up, and we'll go back as far as you can. Again, keep the pull. Keep pulling, pulling, pulling as you bring the arms further back. Very good. And release it back down. So that pull feeling we're going to use, okay? So coming into extended puppy pose, your knees come back and your arms come forward. You're still going to feel like you're pushing your shoulders away from each other, not up to the ears. So you're going to come into extended puppy and push the shoulders open and let that head come down. So you're really opening up through the chest and the shoulders, okay? So the hands are down and the shoulders are pulling right to left. You're breathing in and breathing out. You keep the shoulder pull while you bring that right arm underneath the left like we did in that twist, right? But this is for that upper twist. Keep pulling the shoulders, anchoring that top arm down, and then release, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bring that other arm right underneath there, you guys, and just pull those shoulders open as you bring the head down. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Let's unwind that. Just bring that all the way up and come and have a seat. So we're going to just have a seat and bring the bottoms of your feet to touch each other. And that feeling of pulling the shoulders open, you want to keep that feeling going. That's always going to help your posture, especially if you're, used to kind of being crowded in like that. That pushing open or that reaching open is going to help. You also want the same feeling at the hips, so your hips feel like they're pulling away from each other as well. So those feet are nice and strong. You're holding on those feet and you're pushing your feet to the floor. Push your knees to the floor, and your root chakra right here, the base of your spine is pressing down while the glutes lift. And just breathe in, breathe out. Now you're going to start to move your sacrum, your lower back forward. So we're going to start to open up and do like an abdominal crunch. So you're going to squeeze into your belly here, you guys, and squish your belly. Every time you exhale, squeeze a little deeper into the belly. Contract and fold a little bit more. Keep pulling the shoulders as you do this. Keep pulling the hips and moving that lower back a little bit more forward. You guys can do this. Just breathe in and breathe out. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we are going to go ahead and take that right leg forward and take your left foot on top. Now, if this bothers you, you put your left foot on the floor the way you normally do, okay? So you want to make sure that you're getting that reach. Use your strap to reach forward. Again, you're going to squeeze your tummy. So shoulders are wide, squeeze into the belly, and make sure you're getting that nice stretch here into the back, and you're contracting the abs as you come down. So just keep working on the belly crunch, belly crush. So there's a lot of abdominal work in a lot of these folding postures. And one. And we'll release that down. Now before you move your leg, you're going to grab the knee and the foot and move them together, okay? So make sure you keep that knee nice and safe. Leg is straight. Bring this up. If you're having your foot up on top, it doesn't have to be. It can be on the floor, okay? So that's totally up to you. And then we'll come forward and squeeze into your hips and your belly. So squeeze your belly, squeeze your belly, squeeze your belly. Just breathe in, breathe out. Just breathe in, breathe out. Just keep squeezing the tummy. All right, and as we come out of this, you're gonna go ahead and grab through that foot. Okay, so you guys are gonna bend your left foot, and the right one's gonna come underneath you like that. So this is gonna be a little quad work, and you're kind of up, all right? So you're starting up like this, so left foot down, and right shin down. Stretch your right shin back all the way back, and you're gonna open this up. But if you guys can see this, I don't know what it looks like from your view, but you wanna kind of stretch more on the inside here, keeping that inner thigh down, and try to pull open here. Even though you're gonna feel the quad, just try not to roll out into the hips as much as you can. So you step into your left foot, and you thrust open that hip by squeezing the middle of your right bum cheek. Where's the middle? I don't know. Find the bottom, find the top, estimate where the middle of the glute is, right? Guesstimate. And you want to squeeze right there and try to open up. Usually the middle of the glute is right behind that center of the hip flexor. So you want to just press the center of the hip flexor open and breathe in deeply, and then stretch through the belly a little bit more. See if you can thrust it a little bit more, and then release it down, and we'll try the other side. Totally love that one. Let's try the other side. So right foot down, left foot comes back. Now again, you want to come to this place where you're on the shin and your butt is up, and stretch your left shin bone. Just go ahead and stretch it, you guys. Right foot is down. A lot of times we're overstretching certain parts of the hip flexor, maybe rectus femoris. So you're trying to come more on the inside here, get some usage on the inside stretch. But again, you're going by what feels right for you. So you put